My review of the Samsung Beige battery pack, also called a power bank, or sometimes I just call it a charger. So this particular one has a giant 10 on it. That is an indicator of how much energy is stored in it. Now, it's a very elegant design. It's a nice size. It's not too hefty. It will fit, for example, in a crossbody bag. It fits in my phone bag. And in that sense, it's very convenient. It's not some big, cumbersome, goofy thing like you would see with some of the ones designed for camping. Now, if we look at the bottom here, there are four little lights. So if I press the button, you'll see that it is all of them are lit up. So that's an indicator that it's fully charged or almost fully charged. And loosely speaking, you're going to get about 4 phone charges out of it. Now, obviously, that's going to depend on what device you're using, but you can use that as an indicator. If one is gone, okay, you're going to have about 3 charges left on your phone. And you also see that there are 2 Type-C ports here. So I could, for example, plug this one in to charge one phone and then charge another one in to charge my partner's phones. For example, if you're traveling and you both need to charge at the same time, you might leave this in your backpack while your friend or whoever is with you can charge at the same time. Now, the design is very clean, very elegant. It was designed by the same firm that made this Bang & Olufsen speaker here, which you can see is made out of oak and also has a similar beige material on the top. So this is designed by a company in Europe called Layer. So it's very, very well thought out minimalist design. It has these little speckles in it, which I think would make it seem less dirty. So I've been using this now for probably over a year, and it is basically flawless. I had a little bit of blue marks that had come off my toiletry bag, but those quickly wiped off, and I'm actually quite surprised by how clean it's been. And I think that's because items that are a beige color often are the same color as dust. So even when it is dirty, it doesn't give the impression that it's dirty. And I think that was factored into how this was constructed. Now, I find the battery charging time is fairly fast. I've had no serious issues with it. I would say if I had one thing to improve on it, I did wish it had more storage space in it. And indeed, I see that they have come out with one since that has 20 on it, which would make it a near perfect battery / power bank for charging something like your phone. Now, another thing to keep in mind is that it's been designed, and I spoke to the designer of this product, basically for phones. Now, maybe there are other devices that you can charge with it, but that's what it's made for. It doesn't have enough power, for example, to power a device like this, which really needs to be plugged into the wall or perhaps plugged into a portable generator. The other thing to keep in mind is that it is Type-C. So you can see that I have a Type-C to Type-C cord. So probably not going to work with some of those older phones that you're using, but works perfectly fine with my iPhone 15 Pro. Also works with the 14 Pro, works with all sorts of devices. I've even used it to power, for example, some lights that I use for my filming. I can put it up here and have the battery pack basically operate as a battery for that light. So there are some devices other than phones that you can use it for, and you can use it not just for charging, but also for powering those devices.